Good morning, dreamers. It is December 12th, 2023, and this is episode lucky number 13 of the Paul Green comedy PaulCast. Hello, everybody. I hope life is going wonderful for you, that your dreams are coming true. You're out there doing it, hustling, grinding, finding opportunities and joy and fulfillment in whatever it is that is calling to your heart, everybody. So, man, I have been in a funk the last couple of weeks. Actually, since starting this podcast. So a couple of weeks ago, when I decided to get all ambitious and start doing a podcast, I also decided to up my social media game, and I pretty much 3x'd my social media posting. And so I just started going nuts. I edited so many comedy clips and different clips of this podcast. I started filming this podcast. I started doing all of this stuff. And so for about 3 or 4 days straight, I wasn't really going to bed at night. I was staying up till like 5 or 6 in the morning and then waking up the next morning. Well, not the next morning, the morning of, for my day job. And it's really thrown me off my sleeping schedule. So I'm actually recording this. It's like 3 in the morning. I just went to the gym and it's starting to catch up with me. I'm trying to do that thing where I want to like flip my sleeping schedule back around. And so I'm trying to like pull all-nighters and then go the entire day the next day without taking a nap. And so far, every time I've fallen asleep, so then I sleep, like when I kind of get done with work, and then I'll sleep for 4 or 5 hours. And then it's like nighttime and my circadian rhythms are all off. So I'm all left up. I'm all flipped around with my sleeping schedule, and that's starting to take a toll. Like I'm getting headaches and whatnot. But, I had a stroke of inspiration to start doing this podcast, to start posting more. And I just went all in and figured out how to do all of the things in those 3 or 4 days and got a ton of work done. The old strike while the iron's hot, I guess. Inspiration doesn't always come. And in my experience, if you don't act on it right away, it's really easy for that experience or for that inspiration to just fade away and then just to go back to doing the same old. And, if you want to be a dreamer, you just can't do the same old, kind of by definition. You need to be willing to get out there and get stuff done as it were. So, here I am. So, what else has I been thinking about? What else? So, the reason I'm laughing at that's a little bit of inside baseball. So, there's kind of a tongue-in-cheek joke amongst comics that when a comedian isn't really prepared for their stand-up comedy set and they're doing an open mic or they're performing and then they kind of forget what they were going to talk about or they get nervous, then they'll start saying, what else? What else? Is kind of a way to sort of bridge the gap between whatever they had just said and whatever it is that they want to talk about. But so the thought that I have had is, I'm 13 episodes in on this, so I'm almost at 2 weeks of posting every day, which was very ambitious from me to go to posting 0 podcasts ever in my lifetime to posting it daily. And I just had the thought of, celebrate little wins. And not necessarily wins of outcome, because outcome, I feel, is so unpredictable in terms of what you're actually going to get out of what you are doing. But definitely take moments to celebrate your victories of input, meaning celebrate when you have accomplished doing a certain amount of things consistently. And give yourself a little credit every now and again. And I don't know what it is. I know in my life, I'm just so hesitant to give myself any credit ever. And it just seems that a constant state of beratement, of self-berating and criticism is almost a virtue. This sort of throwing myself on the altar of look how lazy or horrible or bad I am is almost virtuous. And I'm working on adjusting that mindset to just saying, hey, if you're out there and you've been doing something and you've been working hard at it and you've been consistent at it, take a little bit of time to just say, hey, good job. You're out there and you're doing it, and be a little kind to yourself. This is starting to sound very Stuart Smalley, daily affirmations. You are good enough, you're smart enough, and doggone it, people like you. And as cheesy as that sounds, I think that there is some validation to that philosophy, to push back on the negative inner self-talk. And I've had to do a tremendous amount of work in that regard to just give myself a break sometimes, and while also recognizing that there's a lot of area of improvement and that I can strive to do better and be better. And so it's not necessarily a matter of, give yourself a pat on the back and then go take a week off, but it's a matter of give yourself a pat on the back and keep going and acknowledge that, you've done some good, you've worked hard, and that's part of the process, and there's still more work to be done and to continue on the journey, but try to do it without cutting yourself down and self-berating yourself so much. So I am thrilled that I have consistently made 13 episodes. It's 13 episodes of this podcast, done it daily. I've been committed to it, haven't missed a day. My initial goal is to make it to 30. At least that's what I was telling myself. Can I pop out 30 days in a row without a break? No excuses, I had a sick day or a vacation or whatever. I am actually going out of town in a few days, and I've already decided in my mind that I'm going to pack up my podcast gear and bring it with me out of town and continue to do the podcast daily, even when I'm out of town. And to just not, instead of finding excuses not to do the thing, it's find excuses how to keep doing the thing, whatever it is that you're working on. And that's my thought, that's my focus for this podcast, for my dreams and goals as a comedian, is be more encouraging of myself and also create those habits, create that consistency that will hopefully pay off in results, whatever those results may be in the future. And I've already had some results I didn't expect. So I've been cutting my long form podcast up into segments, to put on YouTube Shorts. And I've had a couple of YouTube Shorts of this podcast get a couple thousand views, which for me, where I'm at, is shocking to me. That anybody would view this for that amount of time. So that's humbling to me and really exciting, and hopefully it will just continue to grow. But either way, I am committed. Again, I said 30 days, but I'm starting to gear myself up to see if I can do an entire year. Yeah. 365 straight days of daily posting the Paul Green Comedy PaulCast. Sounds a little bonkers, but when I reflect on my life and where I have always struggled is consistency. Matter of fact, I think that's probably my only struggle, really. If I could consistently do anything day in and day out without a break, without getting thrown off, without making excuses, without, I can justify not doing it today, or just getting lazy or forgetting, or something legitimately happens, I think that is the missing key in terms of what I've tried to accomplish and want to accomplish and what I'm seeking to accomplish in my life. Consistency. So, I don't know. Internet. Think I can do it? Think I can post one of these every single day for 365 days consistently? Hey, I'm 13 days in, so I've only got 352 more to go. So that's my goal. And again, I know everybody says, don't tell people what you're up to, just show them the results. But again, I'm breaking all the norms, everybody. I'm breaking really good advice. And I'm just letting you all know what I'm up to. And you can all look at that and go, well, that guy's bonkers, or be inspired by it, or be offended by it. But that's what I'm up to, is seeking to be more consistent as an artist, as a creative, and as a comedian, an actor, all of those things, and to be a lot more vigilant in sharing what I'm up to and being transparent about my journey and what I'm up to. So I don't know. I guess in 352 days, we'll see if there's been any actual result. or anything positive to come from it other than me just having 365 podcasts out in the world. But that's what I'm up to, and we'll see how it goes. So that's all that's been on my mind today. And again, thank you all so much to anybody who is listening and finding any sort of inspiration or joy or whatever it is that you feel when you listen to me spout on about my journey as a comedian, as an artist. And for anybody out there who is out there dreaming, out there hustling, out there trying to create an experience in your life that you feel will expand and bring more joy and more abundance, or whatever it is that you are seeking to gain, I hope that you are staying on that journey and that you're finding some success and some encouragement. And just know that you will get nothing but encouragement from me, whatever it is that you are up to in regards to dreaming and going for big dreams and big goals and big life experiences. More power to you. I believe in you. Go and do it. And if my journey resonates with you and you want to hop on and take this journey together, I am all for it. So thank you so much for listening on December 12th. Ooh, that's 12/12. How fun. 12/12/2023. And episode 13 of the Paul Green Comedy PaulCast. Talk to you soon, everybody.